Hey, it's Hip Hop and R&B on 103.5 to Be Pop and Keith live, and we holding it down with, I would like to say, one of our legends here in South Florida, man. This man has pumped some amazing music into our system over the years, man. He's been a representative of culture down here in South Florida for umpteen years, and we are glad to have him in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, Gunplay in the building!
Ah, man. Here we go, baby. Papa Keith, what's up, baby?
Chilling, brother, man. Glad to see you, man.
Thank
You're looking well, brother.
Thank you, brother, man.
That's what's up. So listen, I'm going to jump right in it. The name of the game is Vindication.
Yes, that's
right.
my favorite word.
Yeah.
Say, what's my favorite word? Vindication.
All right, so let's talk about that out the gate for a minute here, because I'm sure it's very important to you. You were, let's take it back a little further. You loving hip hop happened. You were a cast member there.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go further back into your career at some point, but just to get to the Vindication part. And obviously some things had happened in your relationship with your child's mother. And pretty much you were painted as, aggressor, abuser, villain, you name it, right?
Amazing, yeah.
And now things have cleared up a bit, right? And this is where we're talking about vindication, correct?
Vindication, yeah.
All right, so can you take us back and explain kind of the story for people who may not understand what the hell's going on?
Yeah, for those that don't know, man, I was on Love and Hip Hop Miami with my then wife. And, I wanted to start a family, and I wanted to let the world see it. And, she just one day just decided she don't want this no more. She wants something else. But instead of just leaving, she wanted to set me up. Yeah. So, and I was charged with battery with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, and child abuse, no great bodily harm. She said I threw glasses at her. Pulled the AK-47 on her, and choked my child.
Wow.
So, you can tell.
Yeah,
and you can, as a woman could say anything to the state, to the police, and it doesn't matter. They don't care. They're taking you to jail.
Yes.
So I had to go through that process. I knew it was gonna be a process I would have to go through. I knew that I would be vindicated because I didn't do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Actually, everything that she said that happened in the deposition is totally flipped. It's everything she did to me.
To you.
Yeah, so it's the craziest thing. So once I figured that this is bigger than just the courts, because the judge was biased as well, and I just said, this is bigger than the program. I'm just going to send it off to a higher court, man. And that's where my faith stepped into play, and God, and he saw to it that I was acquitted and vindicated for this, because I spent 21 months fighting it on house arrest.
Wow.
She stole all basically my worldly possessions, including my phone, and changed my email address, passwords, my iCloud passwords, stole my jewelry, stole my daughter. I haven't seen my daughter since she was 6 months old. She filed restraining orders on me, so I can't go see her. The day of trial, I beat it. I had a restraining order sent to me from Kentucky, where she lives in Kentucky with her mom. She got into a severe car accident. She got into a severe car accident maybe in November, around November, and I went for a speedy trial. In the meantime, she was flip-flopping the entire time, saying she wants to drop the charges, she wants to pick it back up. She did that about 3 times. She tried revoking my bond about 6 times. Excuse me. She tried She tried revoking my bond 6 times, including allegations of him, my brother Lito, saying that I sent him in the club to beat her up, and I had to go to court for that. They filed a motion to revoke bond for that. It was all on camera that it never happened. You know what I mean? So they called her multiple times. The state basically said she wasn't credible to stand trial. So that's what, you know what I mean? So if the state is saying you're not credible to stand trial, it's too much fabrication going on, where it's like it was never really nothing there. But yeah, so I found out who the real God, the true and living. Right. You know what I mean? I found that out. So my spirituality definitely on peak right now, on peak. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that
it's on
for
peak,
you.
Man,
All right,
sure.
So now that you've been vindicated and stuff like that, how the old saying, or as we know it in life, it's so easy to destroy something, but to build back, it's like,
Oh my goodness. But listen, this is the beauty of it though. Because I've crowned myself a master manifester at this point. You see what I'm saying? And this is perfect because now I seen everybody for who they really are. Your fake friends, you know, etc. You know what I mean? And the only people that was there for me was I could put on one hand my mother, Lito, my brother Jay, Smack Silly, my DJ, Lazy. You know what I mean? So it's like these are the only brothers that was here for me. So Kick Runners. Shout out to Kick Runners, you know. These brothers like made sure my mental was straight. You know what I mean? You know, they was there for me, man. I'm talking about from court dates and on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this go round, I see who's who. Everybody ain't your friend.
That's correct, and I don't no pun intended, but to segue, how's your relationship with Ross throughout all of this?
I didn't want to even bring that to his table.
Got you.
I didn't even, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
That's not something you want to kind of, and especially with everything that's going around with the diddler and stuff like that. It's just the women and we don't want to paint that over here at Maybach. You know what I'm saying? So I just left that alone. I didn't holler at him.
Everything is cool with the family.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Glad to hear that for sure. Well, listen, man, that's a cause of celebration right there for you. And time for some rebirth.
Yes.
Time for some new music, some new perspective.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I have to ask because the last conversation we did discuss this. Have you been staying clean as well?
Yeah. This is the crazy part. I was clean the whole time. That was her making up these delusions. She was the one drinking.
Right.
And then she took my reputation from my past. And
used it against you.
Used it against me. Brought it to the forefront. Look, he did this. He broke a TV. Yeah, I'm a serial TV killer. Okay, all right then. Lock me up for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right. So she brought that footage, and then when in the club with the DJ, look, he's violent. I mean, dog disrespected me. Like I'm not. I'm not. You're not gonna catch gunplay just crashing out. It has to be a reason, but they don't care about the reason. They just care about the crash out part.
Yeah.
But those, that is, I've been clean.
Right. No, I'm glad to hear that, man. Yeah. And the last time we spoke, we spoke about that fact. So I just wanted to follow up.
I did have to fight now to get myself together back, a few years back. Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely. It's nothing to play with. But I'm good now,
That's amazing.
I outgrew it, man. You know what I mean? I got salt and pepper now a little bit. Something's coming in. So
who you telling?
That's why I keep my thing shaved up, boy. Ain't for the cats beat up, sir.
Well, listen, man. Now that we have all of that, behind us now, and you're looking forward now, your spirituality has increased. You're learning who your real friends are, which is a blessing in disguise. It's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. Yeah. Because I've been through it more recently too. Just even with my campaign.
Okay.
Running for commissioner in Miramar.
Whoa. He just slid that in there. Hold on, my man. You running for commissioner?
I was. But within that, because it's not music related, and because it's different, I noticed the same kind of exodus of friends and people and support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A dude who's never had to ask anybody for money or anything before, now having to say, hey, donate to my campaign.
Yeah.
And then watching people I'll be right back. People who you done for.
Yes.
And that's the one that hurts the most, right? People who you went to bat for, people you looked out for, people using the paint with, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then when you now need them,
crickets.
Right.
Crickets.
So the beautiful part of that, which I can probably attest to your situation, is that the rebirth of it all, it's just less heads you got to look out for.
Exactly.
My team is tight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this point now, I could count on the hand, like you said, and say, okay, he's rocking with me.
And then you can. Like life is like a canvas. Every day you can choose to clean off the canvas, the chalkboard, and put up a new painting, new paintbrushes, new paint, new everything, new scenery. Like a movie script, you could bring in new characters. That's the beauty in life. You're not stuck in whatever position that you're in. You can wake up tomorrow morning and say, nah, this is what I'm gonna do, and move towards that. That's the beautiful part of it, because honestly, like, I ain't gonna say bored, but it was like, okay, I've done a lot. It's, you know, like I was in the stage of kind of like, I'm gonna retire kind of a little bit. You know what I mean? Let me start a family. And let me start, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did nothing wrong, so I was headed in the right direction. But now I'm gonna do it even like faster. And I got the fire up under me now. I want to make sure my label Animal Shelter, you know what I mean, with Trap God Lazy and I mean Trap God Lito and Lazy get noticed and get put out there. I want to put these boys in position so I could go to their concerts with my bad little young thing pulling up like, yo, you know what I'm saying? My dog killing it. That's what I want to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's my new picture, that's my new dream, and that's what I'm doing.
No, I love it, man. I love the picture. I love the dream. I love the direction that you're going into, and I think you're going to be very good. And I think that's a part of it, right? Take all the lessons that you learned from touring as an artist, working with a group, working as a soloist, you know, like all of that education and history that you have, you know what I'm saying? Now you could offload that.
In play.
You know, to the rest of your team and put them in a better position for success.
Yes,
because talking about Lito, that's a talented brother.
Oh yeah, now
you know what I mean. Now. But we all know the game. You know, like talent is one part of it.
Yeah.
And it's actually the smallest part of it.
Actually,
you know what I'm saying?
Hard work, outwork talent. When talent don't work hard.
All right, you know that part, and then there's also having that machine behind you and certain other things as well that plays a role. And you know this discourages a lot of people. So even with me, I watch people who like refuse to give up, who are relentless, who figure out different ways. I couldn't get in this way, let me try this way, and I watch that, and those are the people who I champion for, and that's now where I'll say Lito. You know what I'm saying? Because I've known Lito be a rapper for. You know,
and
for some
stop.
time, and
he just goes.
He don't give up. He tries different lanes.
Yes,
he sent me. I saw some video. My man was like singing to the lady. I was like,
okay,
Lito gets it now. Lito gets it now. You know what I mean? He's broadening his horizons and he's making people know he's just not one-faceted.
Right.
And that's all you could really want for an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see him step into that lane. If you don't mind, I just want to holler at him real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Lito with the
Trap God.
Good, man.
Let's
Chillin',
go.
man. You my brother, Lito. I'm so proud of you, and I've watched how loyal you have been to Gunplay through it all. You didn't know what was gonna come out of this, but you know you stood in the paint with him. So you know, and I watched that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, your loyalty, and then, you know, with bruh and other situations, I've just seen your loyalty as a stand-up dude for years. So, you know, you'll always have my respect for that, brother.
Appreciate that. It means a lot to me coming from you, Pop.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
That,
yeah, man. I'm proud of you, guy. Like, yo, I'm serious. When I saw, I can't remember the name of the song, but you were on I think you were on some rooftop, and you were kind of like, you weren't singing, but it was like more of like a
Vent.
Yeah.
Vent.
What was the name of that song?
It's called Vent.
Vent.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just recently dropped that probably like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, man. And just watching your visuals and the growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember one of your videos you did in front of the restaurant I had in Miami Gardens. I see food where we had the flamethrower.
Flamethrower and all that. Where I'm from.
Right.
That was one of my favorites.
So just to see, you know, you just coming from when I first met you to where you are now, I see you have developed as an artist. Can you please kind of like introduce yourself to the world, let everybody know, you know who you are.
Okay, man. My name Trap God Lito World. Nice to meet y'all, world. I'm a recording artist from South Florida, Miami to be exact. You know, I've been around for a while underground, over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I just been in the mix, grinding hard, staying 10 toes down, trying to figure it out. All independent, all on my own dollar. You know what I mean? Just day for day, hand for hand.
Yeah, man, and you're doing a great job of it. Where you from originally, Lito? You know, I've never known that.
I'm from North Miami.
From North Miami? What about your
side.
heritage?
My peoples are Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. And Lito, I want to ask you this, man. Like, throughout the 10 years of music that you've been making, what would you like to say about your growth in the music? Because I'm kind of speaking to it, but I'd like to hear it from you. You know, how have you grown as an artist over the last 10 years?
I've grown a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, I wouldn't even really consider myself a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I just kept going. I used to do it for fun, and you know, I had a lot of inspiration around me from friends and stuff who are actually great rappers. And you know, I just took notes, and I kept going. But one thing I did learn a lot about it was to learn how to express yourself, your feelings, what you're going through. Some people get on records and try to mimic other situations of other people. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, because there's no right or wrong in music. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I am saying that it would mean more to you if you talk about what you're going through.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then you will attract fans that's going through the same situation that you're going through. So now nothing is forced.
Yeah.
It's all organic. It's all original. It's your feelings, your emotions, what you got to say about what you're going through, your journey.
Yeah.
And then you will make core fans.
And it's an
Yeah.
unlimited supply.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Never gotta
Exactly.
re-up.
Yeah, you ain't got to think twice about delivering that.
Right.
Let people know how they can connect with you, where they can find your music, Lito.
Okay, Trap God Lito anywhere you go. TRAPGAWDLITO. So on Instagram is trap_God GAWD_Lito LITO.
That's what's up. All right, love you, brother.
Love you too, Pop.
All right, so Gunplay, man, so happy to hear your story. So happy about your vindication. So happy that you're in a good space right now. I know it's still going to be some rebuilding.
Yeah.
When can we expect, some music and what's going on with the music?
So while I was on house arrest, I released a project on March 21st, 321. It's called Almost Free. And
I know that.
I
Okay.
put that out. And now I'm about to release I'm gonna specifically talk to her and about my situation on this next EP that I'm gonna drop. I'm just giving it an EP because I don't want to put too much out there.
into it. Yeah.
6 records, and I'm letting it fly.
Well,
And
listen.
it's called This Time It's Personal.
I'm gonna say on behalf of Men's Mental Health Month,
Yes, sir.
go for that.
Yes,
son.
sir. Yes, sir. Trust me.
Mental health.
Go
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
Get it off, brother.
Yes.
And I hope you make a pretty penny off of it as well. You know what I mean? As part of your vindication, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm so glad to hear that. Please let people know how they can connect with you and follow you as well.
Yeah, so Shorty deleted my old Instagram, but my new one is not Gunplay again. So and on
love it.
TikTok is Gunplay all day. And you can find me in the streets, man, moving through, swerving, man.
That's what's up, man. Gunplay back at it, man. I'm so happy for you, King. Thank you so much
Thank
for taking
you.
the time
Thank you,
to
brother.
connect with us, man.
Absolutely,
And
man.
I gotta say this to you. Can you imagine a record with so many people like Kendrick Lamar and Rick Ross on it, and Gunplay murdered everybody?
Oh, say that.
Murdered
Say
everybody.
that, Pop. Say
Listen,
that.
y'all do your homework and look for this song called Power Circle.
Come on.
Okay?
Say that.
Destroyed everyone.
Let's go.
Okay?
Let's go.
So if you want to know what Gunplay got, where he coming from, how big he is, how lyrical he is, find that record, Power Circle. And
Yep.
remember I told you, he destroyed everyone on that
Go
track.
look up cartoons and cereal. Go look
Yeah,
up that
yeah,
too.
Yes!
We ain't gonna act like you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We ain't gonna act like
forgot, huh?
we ain't gonna act like
this
they
ain't no
forgot
more
now.
brother. Yeah, yeah. You right, brother. Hey, love you, Gunplay.
Love
All the
you,
best,
brother.
man.
Absolutely,
When you
dog.
drop that EP, please come back and see
Yes,
me.
I will. I'm breaking the doors down about it, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
coming to the right address next time.
All right. Gunplay.
Yes,
Trap
sir.
God Lito.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.